What's up, all things covered listeners and viewers? You know, it's this big time week. It's a special week. We definitely told you guys we will be having outstanding guests joining us throughout the week. We had Jerome Bettis earlier, and now we got another outstanding guest, a guy who I believe is like the Damian Lillard of the NFL, one of the more underappreciated players in the NFL. Standout linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, made his first playoff appearance this season, and he soon will make his first Super Bowl appearance as well. Like I said, he's playing with the Buccaneers. One-time first-team All-Pro, which is absurd. One-time Pro Bowler, which is absurd as well. I'm so confused about that. Also a Miami Northwestern. I don't know if it's okay for me to throw up the bull. You know, I ain't go to the Bulls, but I don't know if it's okay for me to throw up the Bulls. Miami Northwestern grad Lavonte David, all-pro linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thank you for joining us. How you doing?
No problem, fellas, man. Thank y'all for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
It's the honor. It's an honor. Before we get into the nitty gritty, man, how's your health doing? You know, how's the hamstring? How you feeling for this upcoming matchup on Sunday?
Man, the health is good. I mean, obviously, it took me a while to get to this point, so nothing going back from being out there on Sunday. I'm all good though, man. Just with a little precaution thing. You know, guys, the coaching staff took care of me this past week, so I should be ready to go this week.
And that's awesome, man. Well, first and foremost, congratulations on not only having an outstanding career so far, but having an unbelievable season this year and helping your defense be outstanding and get to that the ultimate game, which is the Super Bowl game. But early on in your career, you went unranked coming out of high school. Then you went to JUCO before going to Nebraska. Planning to then obviously having the opportunity to go into the league, and now let alone have an opportunity to play in the Super Bowl. How has that journey been?
It's been a long journey, man. It's been a long journey, especially, coming out of high school, not knowing what I'm going to do, not knowing if, football going to be my path. But, I had family, people told me to stick with it and try the JUCO route, see how it is. And at that point, man, when I got there, JUCO was a different life, man. It's a different story going on. I was up in Fort Scott, Kansas, where my first time really being out of Florida, being out of Miami. Going to a rural city and rural town in Kansas and not knowing if I'm gonna make it there. It was times where I basically, said, man, this ain't for me. I had to go back home. But had people by my side, stick with me, and then was able to stick it out. I always say, man, God have a plan for you, man. You just gotta stick with it and go from there. And he was able to get me to this moment right here.
Well, Lavonte, I want to know, if it's possible for you to settle something for us, right? All three of us on this call, right? We're from South Florida. You know what I mean? You from Dade County, me and Pat P, we from Broward. And it's always been an ongoing debate. The best high school players, which county has the best high school players? Yeah. And I don't want you to be biased. It might be very, very difficult for you to not be biased. But Dade County, Broward County, and for the listeners and viewers, if you don't know anything about South Florida, Dade County and Broward County is probably the two counties that dominate when it comes to football. You know what I mean? State rankings and things like that, getting guys to the national, to colleges and National Football League as well. So these are two prominent counties that we're talking about. And like I said, I would like to hear Mr. David's thoughts about his high school players from which county, Broward County, Dade County.
Hey, man, like I said, man, we both got dogs, man. We both got dogs. And it's a whole bunch of ways you can rank that. Where, you go by to, who had the most stars coming to high school, whether it's Broward or Dade, or you could go to the all-Dade versus Broward game. You could go to, who had the best, NFL careers, who had the best college careers. It could go so many ways, but I definitely take my hat off to a lot of, Broward players because I did play with a lot of Broward players, and there's really no drop off from Broward and Dade, man. Both cities
I agree.
Got dog football players. Like I said, me and Pat Pete, we graduated the same year, and I remember watching Pat Pete in high school. I'm like, dang, they got some gangsters up there. So it's definitely, it really ain't no drop off between the two, man. Like, at the end of the day, man, we all both trying to represent our counties no matter what.
I think what would be beneficial for a lot of people who are not aware of the prolific football down in Dade and Broward, I think we should come up, all things covered, we should come up with a current Broward and Dade County NFL roster. You know what I mean?
That'd be dope.
11 starters on offense, 11 starters on defense. So people who are not familiar with that area can understand what we're talking about because, and matter of fact, both of you guys will be on it. So, you just being able to fill in 11 starters, 10 other starters on both sides of the ball, I think that would be imperative for our listeners and viewers. And speaking about your overall career, like I said, man, I was so amazed and shocked when, looking at your accolades, seeing that you only had one first team All-Pro and made the Pro Bowl only one time. How is that even possible, man? So personally for you, why do you think people continue to overlook your skills?
First of all, you got to go back to, being in Tampa, man. I love it here. Obviously I love it here. I want to be here for the rest of my career, but it's just Tampa's not a big market. Tampa's not, as you guys all know, the past 8 years that I've been here haven't been really good. So a lot of people haven't really been paying attention. So for you to get the attention, man, you got to do some incredible things, and some incredible, have a credible stat line. But at the same time, when you do put up those numbers, people not seeing it because you're not getting too many TV games. You're getting the 1 o'clock games, stuff like that. The only primetime game probably was Thursday nights and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you get a Monday night every 3-4 years or whatever it may be. But, for me, man, I just kept on sticking with it, man. At the end of the day, you got to know, we football players. We passionate about the game. So when every time we just want to ball and then, the accolades and stuff like that come. But at the same time, as we out there shining, as we out there balling, we feel like we the best. So that's how I feel. And then, it's the limelight eventually coming, and it came this year with us having, obviously bringing in Tom and having those primetime games that people was able to see. Right.
What were your first thoughts when Tampa drafted you and you was able to call that city home?
First of all, man, like I said, man, I went to Kansas. And I ended up going to Nebraska. So I was basically away from home for 4 years in the Midwest. It was cool or whatever. Then I had a chance to come back home to come to South Florida, getting recruited again out of Fort Scott. I was like, nah, I think it's best for me to stay away. I could stay out of trouble and stay focused. So and I got that call from Tampa. Like, shit, tears dropped out of my eyes, man. I'm like, damn, I'm coming back. But the first thing I said was like, damn, I'm coming back home. I don't gotta be in the cold. I don't gotta be in the cold. I don't gotta worry about getting my family up to see me come play games no more. So when they called me, man, I was all on board. I remember talking to Coach Shiano. I talked to Mark Dominic, man, and it was a dream come true, man. Tears coming down my eyes. I'm like, damn, I'm only 4 hours away now. I'm good.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So you're in your peak years right now with the Buccaneers, but what was the low point of your career in Tampa?
Low point.
And not necessarily as an individual, because, you've been a baller since day one, more about the team, the lack of success or being consistent. What was the low point in your career when you talk about adversities and being able to be a competitive team?
The low point, man, I'll probably say around 2014, 2015 years. Mm-hmm. We had Lovie Smith come in. He was a new head coach. And then, that year, 2014 was my third year, coming off my All-Pro year. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, I'm for the, keep climbing, for the keep, balling, whatever. Got a new coach. Obviously I was kind of like, now I got to, after balling, playing in the system and then going to a new system. So, I kind of felt a little uncomfortable about that. But then playing in that year, going to that year, man, we had a lot of good talent. And then we just started seeing things change. Ways like, the way, the facility changing and then bringing in different type of players and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, I'm meeting new people, whatever. And then it was at a point where in the preseason, I want to say we was at how we was peaking. We was doing really good in the preseason. So our hopes was up. And then we lost our offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. So we went through that whole year without an offensive. So guys were just taking turns on offensive side of the ball, just calling plays, doing whatever. And it was crazy, bro. It was a ridiculous year. Like we went 2-14, the worst year ever. That's the year. Then we get James the next year. But we played Thursday night, played against the Atlanta Falcons, and we was down 35-0 in the first quarter, and we lost that game 56-14. I feel like that's the most embarrassing moment I ever had in my life. And like I'm like, well, damn, man, I don't know if this right here for me. I don't know if I could be here doing this right here. You know what I'm saying? I never lost like that or nothing. I'm like, man, this is professional football. We're on national TV. Right. You feel me?
Right.
So, and then, you know, man, it didn't get no better from there. So we ended up going 2-14. But then, man, just like I said, man, just the competitiveness in me, the passion I have for the game, the love I have for the game, just kept me going, kept me striving.
Man, yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, guess what? You guys didn't have too many embarrassing moments with this coaching staff that I'm very, very familiar with BA, Todd Bowles, Larry Foote, Byron Leftwich, Kevin Ross. I mean, the list goes on. Coach Rapone. The list goes on.
Goody,
but,
they got Goody in that staff too.
Yeah, they got Goody. I think Coach. Do you guys still got Tom? Not Tom. Shucks, what's coach's name, man? I think he's the offense. He's the oldest coach on the. I can't think of his name right now.
With the glasses,
Managed coach.
Tom Moore.
Yeah, Tom Moore. Moore. You got Coach Tom Moore. But what clicked with this coaching staff when, obviously, with you going through so many? Yeah. What made this coaching staff different and was able to help you guys turn that corner?
Yeah, man. I mean, when they announced that BA was going to be the head coach, he hit me up right away. And then, you know, me, you know, understanding and knowing Coach Bowles, I knew Coach Bowles already. I mean, obviously watching y'all, you know, he had a great defensive mind with the Jets, and then with y'all then the Jets, and then understand 3-4, that it was a 3-4. And me, I wasn't really familiar with a 3-4. I basically played in the 4-3 my whole career. So they hit me up basically saying, like, you know, it's gonna be cool, man. You're gonna have fun, you're gonna love it. And I mean, shit, they weren't lying. I love it, man. I don't think I can go back to a 4-3. But yeah, man, BA, real dude, kept it real with me, man. The one thing I really love about BA, man, like, no matter who you is, man, he gonna call you out. He gonna keep it real with you. He gonna keep it 100 with you. He gonna let you know what's up, and he just be himself. I mean, you know, he curse or whatever. I mean, shit, that's what we used to. You feel me? Like, listen to people curse all the time. Whatever, let you know how I feel, how they feel, and then bring a Bowles along. I mean, I wasn't really too familiar with Coach Bowles, but actually, you know, being around him for a whole year, man, he's definitely
smooth criminal, man.
Smooth dude, cool dude, man. He not too high, he not too low. He's the same.
No, even kill,
and he gonna keep it real. And what I really love about him, man, is open dialogue with everybody on the coaching staff. I mean, if you got opinions about anything, you got questions to ask, they open the doors for you to talk to them no matter what. Nobody's stubborn. I mean, that's like, for me, I mean, that's something that I really love about them boys.
Yeah. Pat P has shared the moment he learned that the Houstons did the unthinkable and traded DeAndre Hopkins to the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
For you, what were your thoughts when you heard Tom Brady is coming to Tampa? What was the first thing to go through your mind when you hearing that news?
I remember when I got a couple of homies hit me up, calling me or whatever, like, hey, Vontae, boy, y'all might get Tom Brady. I'm like, man, Tom Brady ain't leaving New England, man. Y'all tripping.
right.
He's stamped over there. That ain't going down no time soon. And then, like, I woke up the next morning and I seen it across the ticker. I'm like, nah, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. And then, you know, they finally announced it. It was like, you know, Tom Brady has finalized a deal to come to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was like, shit. My dream's about to come true now. Everything about to change, man. So and then shit, he ended up hitting me up on FaceTime. I'm like, I ain't get a test. He just FaceTime me right away.
He just FaceTime you out of the blue.
Yeah, he FaceTime me.
What was that conversation like?
Yeah, he FaceTime me, hit me up. He was, say, man, I've been watching you for a long time, and I know you're a baller, and I'm just actually great to join you guys' locker room, man. And we got a lot of work to do. We finna come in here, you know, basically, you know, turn this thing around, man. Then he just was talking like being himself, saying like, you know, even though he's Tom Brady, you know, view him as such and such, we were like, don't treat him no different. You know, treat him like one of the guys in the locker room, and that's what's been going on. That's what I really like about him, man. He's down to earth. He's a goofy cat. A lot of people might not know he's a goofy cat. Always playing
kind of
around.
Goofy stories you got about him? Give us a little insight. What goofy stories?
Just man, just like you will mess with him and be like, let me see. Like people I know like people like Leonard Fournette, what's name them mess with him, like, what's up 6 times, and he would like throw up his 6 rings and stuff, you know, little stuff like that, like boxing and stuff like that. So, you know, that's stuff you gotta like about him, man. And then adding Gronk, and then to all the weapons, then shit, adding AB, you know, it's been, you know, just bringing a crazy year, man, and it's definitely got us to this point right here, right now.
So how vocal has Tom been about his Super Bowl experiences?
He's when I realized that it was real, when I realized that like all the other stuff don't really matter unless it's a Super Bowl. It's like after we won the NFC Championship, you know me, I'm all happy and shit. It's my first,
Right?
I'm geeked up, and then like I guess somebody was crying, and I guess like I heard him. It's like, what the fuck you crying for? We not done yet.
Wait a minute. Who was crying? Who was that crying?
I don't remember. I want to say it was. I don't know if it was Chris Gowan or Jada Mickens. It was somebody, and it was like it was him. What the fuck you crying for? We not done yet. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like he right. You know, I had a little 2 tears too, so I wiped my shit.
Oh, you a little teary-eyed also.
Yeah.
He said he wiped his
like, man, I'm tripping, man. We still got work to do.
Hey, like you said, hey, you know, I saw a quick video of Mike Evans at the end of the game when y'all beat Green Bay. He was walking off the football field to the locker room. I guess a personnel individual from Tampa was like, hey, we got a ceremony. He's like, ceremony? He's like, man, I'm not used to this. A lot of you guys are in unfamiliar territory.
Yeah, man. Like it's been crazy, man. We must do some times in Tampa, fellas. I'm telling you, there's some crazy stuff going on down here. But man, to be in this moment, man, something that you gotta try to like embrace, man, because not too many people get here.
No doubt. And you know, talking about this moment towards the halfway point, you guys brought in Antonio Brown, another Miami guy, you know, talented player. What was that addition like? You know, growing up and being in the league around the same time as AB, I'm pretty sure you were a fan of his, but what was that signing like for you guys, and what did that do to the morale of the team, knowing you was getting another superstar to help out with the offense?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, Coach BA, he's the open dialogue guy. So he come to the veterans and, you know, just talking to the veteran guys and like, hey, I'm thinking about bringing in AB. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm cool. I mean, I know AB, you know, from around the way, you know, from the same hometown. I spoke to him a couple times. We cool. And I know he's a baller, but, you know, with all the other stuff that was going on around him, you know, I don't know how it would have fit in with the locker room or whatever. So me, I'm like, shoot, I mean, it's not really my problem. So I'm like, you got to ask Mike and Chris. You know, he going to be in the room with those dudes.
Right.
So, you know, how that them boys, they say they was good with it. You know, one thing I do respect about them boys, they not selfish guys. They all about team. So, you know, they was all open forward with it. And then, you know, BA, he was like, shit, if it's an issue, you already know me. I'm gonna let us know.
Yeah,
so,
all right. I already know BA.
I'm gonna let him know. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, cool. Then you got it from here. Then so we ended up bringing him in, and it's been, you know, all positive, man. All positive, man. AB, BMac, you played with him, man. His work ethic is crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, man. It's crazy. He's a grinder, and all he want to do is win, man. Like he's a football player. And he don't want to no issues, man. Everybody love him, and he's definitely been a great addition to our locker room.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So in your mind, what would be the biggest key of walking away Sunday with the Super Bowl championship, the Lombardi Trophy?
Yeah. The biggest key, man, is staying focused for 4 quarters, being on point for 4 quarters, man. Because you know these people got a lot of weapons. Chiefs got a lot of weapons. They got to hurt you in many type of ways. So the main thing is we just got to be disciplined as far as, you know, rush lanes and being on your coverage. Because you all know, man, Patrick Mahomes make a lot of hay when he breaks the pocket. And, you know, when things break down, he find guys. They got people who could, you know, run away from you and get open, you know, with Kelsey and then Tyreek Hill and then Sammy Watkins. I mean, let's go on and on. Yeah. And then we just got to be physical, man. We just got to be a physical football team. And we just got to keep on being consistent. You know, throughout this playoffs, you know, at the beginning, it was a little rough that first game, and then we just got better from there. So the main thing is we just got to be getting better, keep getting better, try to create turnovers, but at the same time, man, we just got to be on the same page for 4 quarters throughout the football game.
And I think that's key because you guys had the opportunity to play these guys early on, so you guys can go back and watch the film and see what you guys can clean up on the mistakes. Because you know they're gonna try to hit you with early in the game, see if you guys correct some of those mistakes that you guys was weak on in the previous game. So and it's back on the same field. So how intriguing is that? You guys playing in your backyard for the Super Bowl. First of all, we didn't ask you that question yet. How? Because I know because we had the opportunity to play in our backyard too.
Yeah.
How was that first meeting? I know how BA always was. I told you, Matt, his first meeting is always gonna have the Lavonte trophy up.
Yeah.
Wherever the Super Bowl at, he said, that's where the fuck we going.
Yeah.
They're talking about he got the goals. His first is winning the division, winning the NFC, and going on to the Super Bowl. Am I lying?
Nah, you ain't lying at all. It's the same thing. Basically saying like, shit, we in our backyard, we home. I mean, ain't no more traveling, ain't no more playing in the cold. You home now.
Right.
What you gotta do is just go around the corner and just go play football. But you said that, it's crazy that you said that, man. I was like, it happened when we ended up playing the Saints. We got matched up with the Saints. I was like, yeah, the universe working in our favor. You know, they knew, you know, after coming off that, you know, that loss we had against them in the earlier year, it was like, yeah, they knew we wanted this back. So we ended up playing the Saints in New Orleans, and then got a chance to play Green Bay again. And I'm sure that's the opposite way about us. Regular season. So now you get another rematch against another opponent who basically, you know, beat us, ass. You feel me? Kick our ass. So now it's just a chance to prove to the world that we belong.
No question. It's going to be an entertaining ball game. I can't wait.
No doubt about it. I can't wait.
So I don't know if you knew about this, Lavonte, but there hasn't been a defensive Super Bowl MVP in 5 years, and only 4 have come from the defensive side in this century, right?
Yeah.
What type of performance will it take on Sunday for a defender to capture MVP?
Keep doing what he's doing.
You gotta, man, you gotta create takeaways. You gotta make impactful plays. You gotta disrupt the game any way you can. Anybody could disrupt the game on our defensive side of the ball. I got that much faith in our guys. Anybody could disrupt the game, but you just gotta be able to be consistent with it, man. Create takeaways. Just if you messed up on the guy, take the guy at the game. If you just be yourself, man. Go out there, fly around, and just have fun with it, dog. Have fun. That's the main thing I just try to take away from this game, and just make sure I have fun with it. And that's going to be the main thing.
Well, cool nugget. I'm going to provide for you. The odds for you to win MVP is 80-1, right? And I know you're not involved in gambling, nothing like that. I'm retired, so I can gamble all I want. So listeners and viewers, if you were to put $100 on Lavonte David to win the MVP, that will bring you back $8,000.
Yeah.
$8,000. And like you said, you got to be a guy who can create turnovers. You got to be a guy who can potentially put points on the scoreboard, and you got to be a guy who is on the winning team, because the MVP is not coming from the losing team.
That's the main thing.
So Pat P, I think I'm going to put a cool, nice little 100 on it.
Why not?
Question. Why not? Heck, if I wanted to ball on the budget, I can put 50 on it and bring back 4,000 if he win.
Hey, man, you play. Hey,
I'm gonna put a 100. I'm gonna put a cool 100 on it. Both of you guys are still active, so y'all can't partake in this life. But I tell you this much. Hey, I tell you this much, Lavonte, on everything I love.
Yeah.
If you win MVP, man, I got you about 3 or 4 dinners in Miami, man.
That's love.
Wherever you want.
Take that anyway,
wherever he want. No question. I'm gonna put 100 on it tonight.
Open tab. Or is he got a limit? Like what's the deal?
I mean, he ain't no offensive lineman. I don't think he's gonna eat through.
that man might want a nice Casa Azul or something like that, man.
Hold on, they got nothing to do with you. Man. You giving out the wrong options right now.
I'm just saying, man. Is it open tab or what?
Open tab. If that 100 bring me 8 bands, you right. It's open. Let's go.
You gotta know it's a celebration with that dinner too, though. So you definitely got it.
We're gonna have a nightlife after the dinner. We hanging out.
Yeah, I got to.
Hey, that 8,000 ain't gonna last too long then.
No. In Miami, that's probably 2 dinners, man. Dinner and a half,
and a table at some club.
Man, you freak around, go to Novaco. Oh man.
No question. I'm gotta order me some appetizers to make that 8,000 stretch.
Appetizers.
No question.
Right. So, Lavonte, what do you think you're going to be thinking about the night before the Super Bowl? You think you're going to be able to get some sleep? Like, you think you got a tradition that you knew before a game? What you think that's going to happen Saturday night, February 6th, before the Super Bowl kickoff?
I ain't going to lie, man. I don't get nervous much, but I think I'm going to be real. I think it's going to be at the point where I'm too geeked.
Yeah.
I'm too geeked up because I mean, this is a dream, man. This is a dream, playing in Tampa at your home stadium, playing against a team who, basically, beat you, and getting the opportunity to go out there and just try to dominate, dog. So I really feel like, I'm gonna try to play it cool. I'm gonna try to be myself. I'm gonna try to take it easy or whatever. But I know I'm gonna wake up early, super early, like 5 a.m, just try to do something, go around a little bit, do a little activation stuff. Just try to get my body ready, stay active. And then, man, I'm getting chills right now thinking about it, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I would say, Mac, you played in 3.
Man,
you got some advice for that, man?
Advice. Number 1, don't listen to a lot of rap because you're gonna get too hype. I almost started hyperventilating my first Super Bowl because I was too crunk. By the time I got out there, the first time they called that nickel package, I almost passed out. I'm in the huddle breathing. They're like, Mac, what's wrong with you? I'm like, bro, I can't breathe. Was it tighten up? We get on the field pregame. I'm bouncing around. I'm listening to all Rick Ross. I know you was bobbing too. I know you bobbing, bro. I had that Beijing in my hair. I got that Beijing cut. So
you had all in my helmet.
What? Man, I had black dye all in my face, bro. I didn't even know, man. I spent $100 on that Beijing haircut. I'm sweating. I almost hyperventilate. So please listen to some chill music. Don't get too, like you said, bro, you're going to be so crunk. You're going to be so fired up by the time you get out there. And, you're a 3-down backer. You're not coming off the football field.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. So listen to some R&B. But I'm going to tell you this much. And Pat, you can contest to this as well. The thing about the Super Bowl that gets you to a whole nother place, bro, when you can be watching it from your living room, or you can be in the stadium on the sideline. When you hear the national anthem, and if they got the right person singing it, I don't know who's singing it this year, and you just start to reflect on your career, like Little League, right? Yeah. High school football, the journeys, like you said, going to JUCO and freaking Kansas, then going to Nebraska, then going through the dog years in Tampa when you guys were winning 1 and 2 ball games, and now you here, boy, they hit differently. They hit a whole other level, bro.
Yeah. For me, what hit different is when that first kickoff and them cameras splashing in the
lights.
Oh man, ain't nothing like them lights, man.
I agree. Ain't nothing like them lights. When the national anthem when the last person just sing and oh mother, and that's just in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then everything just go crazy. Yeah.
Eric Church and Jasmine Sullivan, they're singing the anthem.
Oh, Jasmine gonna tear it up.
Yeah.
Jasmine gonna tear it up.
Boy, so hey man, you might need to have you some Kleenexes on the sideline, because I know you said you dropped a tear after the championship game. Leading up to this ball game, you might drop another tear, my guy.
I won't be surprised, dog. Keep it G. I won't be surprised.
Yeah. Well, we're towards the end of the show.
Is LaShawn still on the team? McCoy.
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, Shady's there.
Shady's still here.
Lucky little thing, him.
Yeah, Shady got. Wait a minute. Did he get a ring last year?
Got one last year.
Yeah, he got one last year. You already know he ready for what, man. He ready to get another.
He just championship hopping, right?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Good call, Pat P.
Shout out to LaShawn, man. Shout out to LaShawn.
No question. We got to get him on the show too. We definitely got to get him on the show. He might be that rabbit foot, man. Towards the end of his career, he's just right here chasing championships, right?
Hey, nothing like it.
No doubt. Well, we towards the end of the show. Before we let you go, Lavonte, we transition to the superlative part of the show. We hit you with rapid fire questions. The first question for you: the funniest thing you've seen Grunk do or say, Gronkowski.
Funniest thing I've seen Grunt do when we turn the music on in the locker room, it'd be hip hop music, rap music, and he just dancing to something. He dancing that don't even like relate to. It's so offbeat, so uncoordinated. He just so
EDM.
Yeah, man. He a techno guy, so he doing techno dance to the hip hop music. I'm like, man, this dude here wild, but you get him like that, he the same way every day, all day. It's basically definitely something you expect out of him.
Man, that's awesome. Who is the best defensive player that you ever played with?
Best defensive player I ever played with, man. Shoot. Coy. I got Darrell Reeves.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Michael Bennett was a dog. I played with Michael Bennett.
Got you play with Michael Bennett, yep.
Yeah. Shoot. Still some young boys that's still balling, man. That's still in the league, man. My boy Corn Alexander, LSU dude. And then you got Devin. Devin is a dog, man. I love Devin. Devin balling right now. If he keep pace, man, he's definitely gonna be one of the best to play the game. But definitely some guys, Deshaun Golson too. Deshaun Golson was one of the dudes who I really looked up to when he was here. And I also got a day. So man, that was a big difference too as well. Yeah.
No question. And speaking of Devin White, I'm gonna throw this question in there. Best duo of linebackers. If you can throw your top 3 best duo linebackers.
Best duo, me and Lil Bro first at the top. Me and Devin. I throw KJ Wright and Bobby in there at 2. And let me see. I mean, the dudes in the Vikings, when they was healthy, they was pretty good.
Anthony Barr and Kendricks.
Yeah. And then it's a couple dudes, man. Dane Trevathan and Rokon, so they balling too.
Yeah.
It's a couple people, man. But the first three I named was probably be my top three.
Top three. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good list. Best South Florida player in the NFL right now.
Best South Florida player in the NFL right now.
Not named Lavonte David.
Not named Lavonte David. I ain't gonna be biased. I'm gonna be real. Shit, man, so many people, man.
I'm trying to think now too.
Yeah.
I mean, you always can throw in Lamar in there. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar. Yeah. Man, I can't forget about Lamar.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin.
Yeah. I'd probably say Sniper right now if it was up to me.
Yeah. It'll be between them two, Lamar and Dalvin.
Yeah.
Dalvin was crazy this year. Miami Central.
Yeah, he did. Now, and it messed up. He ain't getting the All-Pro votes too. I saw that.
Yeah.
He getting that one
sometime. Yeah. But hey, man, appreciate you giving us some time, man. Your busy schedule this week, joining us, Lavonte David. Before we let you go, is there anything you like to pub? Anything you're involved in?
Oh man, I just want to say, man, just happy Black History Month to everybody out there that's listening.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay blessed, man, and continue, try to be safe out there with everything that's going on in this craziness, man. And as always, man, just God bless and stay positive.
Yes, sir. And I can tell you this much: I will put $100 on you to win MVP, defensive MVP.
Love. I'm going for it
MVP.
too.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Best of luck, man. Go ball out. Remember, listen to some R&B. Don't listen to a lot of rap on Sunday.
Got you. Appreciate y'all boys, man.